Good morning, guys. I'm getting ready to head out for the day, but I was doing a Bible study this morning and wanted to share some revelation that I got. And so I was doing a study in Matthew 4, specifically focusing on verses 8 to 10, where Satan offers Jesus like the whole world. He's like, if you worship me, he's like, this whole world's been given to me. He's like, and you can have it all if you just bow down and worship to me. And of course, Jesus is like, yeah, that's not happening. And so he's having this battle in the wilderness while he's fasting. And Jesus uses God's word to rebuke Satan. And so, anyway, I'm thinking about how he's offering Jesus the whole world. And we all know, anybody who's read the whole Bible knows that God is going to be destroying this earth. There will be nothing left standing. God is giving us a new heaven, a new earth for those of us who belong to him. And so, the very thing that Satan is offering him is temporary. It's not even a permanent thing. It's burning. It's going to burn to the ground. So anyway, that thought got me thinking even further about to the ways that Satan tempts us here. So like for my whole life, I've suffered with both emotional issues and then physical issues as well. And because I did not have a relationship with Jesus, I was born and raised Jewish. I went pretty much just to the world for answers. So like if I was struggling emotionally with stuff, I had my coping mechanisms. I would run to food. I used to have a pretty severe food addiction, and I was very overweight. And I would use food to comfort myself when I was really struggling, and not the food that God made. I would be using chips and cookies and cake and milkshakes and anything else I could get my hands on. And when that didn't work, and I was still having anxiety and depression, I turned to antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, weed, alcohol, like all the things that the world, Satan, offers. They're temporary. They don't actually fix you. They're like band-aids. And so, man, I just got so much revelation this morning. And then for like my physical trauma, I was, opioids are helpful if you're in chronic pain. And so I was taking that. I've been on more prescription drugs than I can even count, hundreds over the years. Like all these things that Satan has created, I'm trying to use to heal myself. And so the revelation I've been getting is the more we are getting closer to God, the more answers he's going to give us. We can heal our bodies through food, through herbs that God has provided. We just really need to do the research. We need to be praying for God to bring us the answers. I really feel like over the last couple years, I'm like 70% better, and I think I've got the answer for the last 30%. But it's all been just the emotional stuff, the depression, the anxiety, like not being able to function, that's gone. I'm not on any medication for that anymore. God's word has saved me. It has fixed all of the emotional damage that I suffered from my entire life. And then on a physical level, I'm using God's food to heal myself. I am using different herbs and different things that God has provided, and finding doctors who only use those natural ways to get better. And so God has really just been showing me over the last couple of years here since I've been following him, just how to get better using him and not this world. You really need to start thinking about how you're going about healing yourself, because if you go to the world for answers and this world is run by Satan, you're only going to get help in the just like the worst, most temporary ways possible. And so I urge you, we need to start praying and fasting. This is very powerful, and asking God for answers. Be like the persistent widow who kept going back to that judge until he finally relented. We are supposed to be in prayer all the time. Fasting also, as much as we can, denying ourselves and waiting on God to answer us. We need to be patient, we need to be diligent, and we need to stop running to this world, again, Satan, for the answers. He doesn't have them, God does.